This EPB Classic Rerun is brought to you by Calvert and Nunn Insurance in Glasgow.
Field.
She plays 100% all the time, a second-year player, Emily Bishop.
On third base and batting fourth, Travis Stone.
Travis is a first-year player. Can always depend on him to make the force out at third, a good batter. And that's key. That's a key in this league. You've got to get the force outs, Bruce.
Right. Well, you've got to, you need. They'll get a runner on first, but you've got to be tough there at second and third to get those force outs to keep runners from scoring, because it doesn't matter how many outs you get. You get 3 outs, everybody bats, and the runs still count even after the third out. So it really doesn't matter how many outs you get, but you want to keep those runners from advancing to second and third.
All right, who's the fifth batter?
The fifth batter will be the left fielder, Cassie Elliott.
And Cassie's a second-year player, a good arm, and was on the '93 championship team.
Batting sixth, the right center fielder, Tasha Glass.
The most improved player on the Cubs.
And the seventh batter will be Whitney DeVore, and Whitney plays the rover position, as you want to call it, in the infield.
And she stops the ball at any cost. She's had several hard hits to her body as well as her glove, a first-year player.
The eighth batter will be the catcher, Mandy McCracken.
Can always depend on her making the last counting batter play at home. And let's explain that. To retire an inning, to retire the offensive team, the defensive club must toss the ball, and the catcher is the only one allowed to step on the plate.
Right, the catcher, they have a circle there, and they have to get it to the catcher, and the catcher has to touch the plate. And when the catcher touches the plate, if there's still runners on base, the inning is over.
All right, Bruce, what about the number 9 hitter?
Number 9, Kelly Ray Matney, the first baseman.
Kelly is a good batter, has scored the most runs on the team, plays 100%, loves double plays, a second-year player, was on the 1993 championship Brewer Ball Club.
Batting in the 10th position will be the second baseman, Bree Crow.
Bree can play any position on the field, a good second baseman, also has played a pitcher, good batter, hustles on every play, loves double plays, has a great heart, Bree Crow.
And rounding it out for the Cubs will be Robert Miller, the shortstop.
Robert rips that baseball like a rocket. A shortstop during the tournament, second base during the regular season, is strong and quick. And that's the starting lineup for the Cubs. When we return in 60 seconds, we'll look at the starting lineup for the Orioles. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports. First game, Bruce, by the Reds, and then they got into the losers bracket, beat the Mariners 8-7, the Yankees 11-7, the White Sox last night 14-11. Then in the second game last night, they got past the Reds 12-11, and they can smack that baseball. They had a kid hit a 3-run homer last night, I think, didn't they?
Well, I believe they in the White Sox game.
Okay.
They played 2 ball games last night, I believe, and they beat the White Sox there 14-11. They had 2 or 3 home runs, I believe, in that ball game, and I know one of them was a 3-run homer to win that ball game, I believe.
Dave Caudill's the coach, Lisa Calhoun the assistant, Pam Guides an assistant. Dave will pitch, Lisa coaches first, and Pam will coach third. And let's look at the starting lineup for the Orioles.
First batter for the Orioles will be John Guides, the second baseman.
He's the quickest kid on the ball club, a leadoff hitter with power.
Batting second, Natalie Grinstead, and she will play right center.
Natalie Grinstead has good speed, a much improved player.
The third baseman, Candace Calhoun, will bat third.
Hard worker, has good baseball sense, Candace Calhoun.
In the number 4 position, Lindsey Williams, who catches.
Lindsey has great speed.
Batting fifth, Josh Hutchinson, the right fielder.
Starting to hit consistently and has a great demeanor on the field.
Jeremiah Bird, the left fielder, will bat sixth.
Has an accurate arm from left field, and he's beginning to hit the ball hard.
The infield rover, Nick Woodcock, will bat seventh.
Makes good decisions on defense. He'll be one of the top players in coach pitch next year.
Batting eighth, Rick Driver, the first baseman.
Rick is the best all-around athlete in the league. Hit a home run in the first game of the tournament.
Oh, I saw him last night hit 2 or 3 shots up the middle, and he drives the ball hard with line drives. It wasn't out, but it was just a hard line drive, and he did. I saw him. He did drive the ball hard. in the 9th position, Zach Morrow, the left center fielder.
Zach has a good arm, and he's beginning to hit consistently. Sounds like this Orioles ball club is really starting to hit the ball very, very well in this tournament, looking at these comments that Coach Connell has given us.
10th batter, Justin Brisky, the shortstop.
He's hit 2 homers in the tournament. 1 home run cleared both the coach pitch and the Lou Gehrig scoreboards.
I guess you'd say that's a shot.
That's a shot, Bruce.
And batting 11th, Brian Caudell, the pitcher.
Good defensive player, hit a home run in the game against the White Sox. Now, this Orioles ball club always gives 100%. They never quit. Coach Caudell talks about his assistant, Lisa Calhoun, who works great with the kids, works equally hard with every kid on the team. Says the O's would not be here without her leadership and positive influence. I know Pam Guides does a great job as well. Mr. Darst, when you fellows, we are ready for this game to get underway whenever you all are, as we really thank the umpires here for helping us out, and David Mercer and David Caudell and Jay Brewer. Bruce, we have a great, great Little League here in Glasgow. It starts very early, and I want to say the same thing for softball, too. And that also goes for Barron County. We've been getting a lot of scores from Linda Wood on their games. And softball and baseball is very active here in Glasgow at Barron County. So I really wonder on the high school level next year if we're going to see only fast-pitch softball in Kentucky.
Well, the legislature is the one that's mandated fast pitch, and I understand that the slow pitch will probably still be offered. It will be left up to the individual schools of what they want to do is the way I understand it right now.
All right, Bruce, let's look at the first 3 batters. Of course, everybody bats now, but we do want to look at the first 3 batters for the Cubs as the Orioles align their defense, and Follis Crow will pitch. Let's just look at the leadoff batter right now.
Casey Meek will be the first batter.
And Casey sends a ground ball that the shortstop lets it roll through, heading to short left center field. And Zach Morrow makes a quick relay throw to John Guides. Justin Brisky almost got there, but Justin couldn't quite get it. So a base hit for Casey Meek, a runner on first for the Cubs. And here's Michael Bunch, and Michael is a pitcher for the Cubs. Bunch hits a hard ground ball. Brisky's got it. Let's see if he can make the play at second. He does. Nice play as Brisky fires to John Guides for the out. We don't worry about the amount of outs, Bruce, but a big force out for the Orioles right there. Reaching first on the fielder's choice is Bunch, as the number 3 hitter, Emily Bishop, comes to the plate, and Emily's a right fielder.
Well, I tell you what, these first 2 batters come up. Mr. Crow there is putting that ball right over. They both just slugged it.
Here's a little pop fly that is dropped by the third baseman, Candace Calhoun. She still alertly makes the play to John Guides for the out. And forced out at second base is Michael Bunch. Now, Michael did the right thing. He thought Candace would grab that ball, and Candace almost did, but it popped out of her glove. But Candace stayed with it and got the force out at second base as Travis Stone steps up to the plate, the third baseman for the Cubs. Runner at first for the Cubs. It's a hard-hit ground ball. It boots off of Candace Howell and rolls into left field. Candace Calhoun, I should say, quickly retrieves the baseball and fires to the pitching circle, and that's something else. You've got to get that ball to the pitching circle for runners not to advance.
That's right. They have a stripe after halfway between the bases, and if the runner's not past that stripe and it gets back to the pitcher circle, they have to go back.
Here's Kathy Elliott, the left fielder, as she hits the ground ball to the pitcher Caudell, tries to toss it to Calhoun. Tosses a little bit too hard. Rounding third and scoring is Bishop, and the Cubs lead 1-0. Cassie Elliott hit that ball that time, and Cassie, of course, is a left fielder and an opportunity, but the Orioles couldn't make the play. Runners at first and second. The Cubs leading 1-0 here in the first inning. Has a swing and a miss from Tasha Glass, the number 6 hitter, and Glass for the Cubs is the center fielder. Here's a second pitch. Glass can't make the connection. She'll have 5 more chances. But the Orioles had a chance to get the force out at third.
Yes, they did. Well, the first baseman sort of booed the ball, and he pitched it over to the third baseman, and it was up in her eyes, and Candace wasn't able to pull the ball in.
Here's a fourth pitch coming up to Glass. Can't make the connection, so Glass has 3 more opportunities. Follis Crow's a pitcher. The team, of course, that is batting one of their coaches' pitches. That's the rules here in the Coach Pitch League. As Glass hits a ground ball, Bresky's got it. We'll toss to Candace Calhoun. Calhoun can't stay there as she dropped it, retrieved it, got back on the bank, but safe at third base is going to be Travis Stone. Elliott is safe at second, and Glass reaches
first
on the error. So bases are loaded, Bruce. Big situation for both teams as Whitney DeVore, the number 7 hitter, at Whitney is the rover for the Cubs ball club on the Eden field.
Well, you know, everything so far the Cubs have hit have been on the ground to the left side except the one pop-up. And you know, early there, the Orioles were able to, you know, to make the plays there with the fielder's choice, but a couple errors there on third bases left the bases loaded.
DeVore hits a slow roller to Bresky. Oh, it rolls past him. One run will score for the Cubs. Here comes the second runner, and it's 3-0. The Cubs lead, and the errors have really hurt the Orioles as the left fielder for the Orioles, Jeremiah Bird, makes the relay throw to Brian Caudill, the pitcher. But the shortstop for the Orioles, Justin Bresky, couldn't quite get it. 2 runs score. Stone and Elliott at second is Glass, and DeVore safe at first. Runners at first and second, and Mandy McCracken, the catcher, at the plate, the number 8 hitter for the Cubs. Takes the misses the first pitch.
You wonder now whether or not the Orioles aren't rattled just a little bit because, I mean, you know, they were playing real well there, and they've made 3 errors in a row now, and it's allowed 3 runs to score.
2 pitches, I believe, have been tossed. Here's a third one, so Mandy McCracken will have 4 more opportunities right here. Runners at first and second. Cubs lead 3-0. We played 3 innings in coach pitch ball unless it's a tie, of course. Here's McCracken, hits a little looper that Caudill can't quite pick up. However, the middle infielder behind him, and he can't get there in time. And scoring for the Cubs from third base. Some good base running right there from Tasha Glass. Nice base running. It's 4-0 Cubs. Runners at first and second. And Caudill couldn't quite reach that one, Bruce, as Mandy just got it over his head.
It dropped right over his head.
Now, John Guides almost got the play at second, but couldn't step on the bag in time.
Like you say, Whitney DeVore was just a little quicker and got there.
Here's a nice catch on a fly ball to the shortstop. A left-handed stick, good hit by Kelly Ray Matney, the number 9 hitter, the first baseman, but a nice play by Justin Bresky to record the out, and the runners can't advance. Now Bree Crow, second baseman, will step up. Papa Follis Crow will pitch to him. Bree, big cut. Fly ball. Calhoun backs up. That's going to drop behind third base. Let's see if Bresky can get to the bag in time. Can't. And everybody is safe. Justin thought about tossing it to Candace, then thought about going over there himself, and beating Justin Bresky to the bag was Whitney DeVore. So DeVore is at third, McCracken at second, Crow at first, and here's Robert Miller, and he's the last batter. So now the Orioles have to get the ball to the plate to record the final out.
Probably their best stick at the plate.
Miller takes the pitch inside. He'll have 6 more opportunities right here. 4-0 Cubs with the lead. Last batter at the plate, Robert Miller, the number 11 hitter. It's a fly ball that is going to be dropped by Guides behind second base. 1 run is going to score. Now, Caudill will roll the ball as he rolls it to the catcher for the Orioles, and that's Lindsey Williams, and Lindsey steps on the plate for out number for the last out of the inning. And you know, that's a good play by the Orioles because Caudill stands outside of the circle. Guides throws it to him, and then Caudill can just slowly roll it to Lindsey Williams for the final out. Cubs lead 5-0. Who scored? Whitney DeVore scored that only run for the Cubs before the final out was recorded.
Right, and you know, they scored 5 runs right there on 3 hits, Jim, and there was 4 errors committed by the Orioles there in that first inning.
So, after a half inning, it's the Cubs 5, the Orioles nothing. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Quick course on it. Don't have to study at all. We'll teach you. Big food, little price.
This could be my favorite.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
14 karat gold, WCLU. The Cubs leading the Orioles 5-0. Bruce, who's the top batter for the Orioles here in the last of the first inning?
We've got John Guides up, Natalie Grinstead on deck, and Candace Calhoun in the hole.
Or Guides at a shot that is fouled down the third base line, and he ripped that ball that time, and now he'll have 6 more opportunities. Dave Caudill pitching, and of course, Kevin Stone's in the outfield. The defensive team, the head coach, is allowed for communication purposes in the outfield. Here's Guides, slow roller to the third baseman, and it rolls over the third baseman for the Cubs and bounce past Travis Stone, and safe at first base is Guides. And you've got to give him a hit on that one. That would have been tough anyway.
As slow as it was, he was to first before the ball almost got to third base.
All right, now at the plate is going to be Natalie Grinstead, the right fielder. And Caudill will make the first pitch to Grinstead. Grinstead swings and misses, and she'll have 6 more opportunities. Orioles trailing the Cubs 5-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. The Cubs aligning their defense, both teams with 4 outfielders this afternoon. Here's the next delivery. Grinstead fouls it down the first base line, and she'll have 5 more opportunities. Natalie Grinstead at the plate.
Pretty good shot right there.
Yes, it was.
If that had dropped inside the line right there, she'd have had a probably extra base hit.
I agree. Both guys and Grinstead have really ripped foul balls. Here's the next pitch. Slow roller. Pitcher's got it. Let's see if he can go to second. Bunch does. In time. Nice play by Michael Bunch. Fired to Crow at second. And there's an out.
That was a super play by the second baseman right there, Bree Coe, because there's a real good slide by John Guides into second base. I mean, you don't hardly see a slide that, that good in this league.
There's a big force out we talk about. As third baseman Candace Calhoun steps up. Safe at first, of course, is Grinstead on the fielder's choice. Boy, look at Calhoun rip that ball down the left field line. And was that a shot or what? Is Candace Calhoun in a good play in left field by Cassie Elliott, Bruce? She prevented that ball from rolling to the fence where the 14-karat gold sign is, and she prevented an extra base hit. Boy, Calhoun ripped that ball, didn't she?
That was a shot, and like I say, but Cassie Elliott got that ball back in.
All right, runners at first and second, and here's Lindsey Williams, the catcher. Williams, slow roller. This is going to be tough as she races down the first base side. Michael Bench, the pitcher, can't make the throw in time. First baseman drops it. Matinee scoring for the Orioles will be Natalie Grinstead. Moving on to third is Calhoun. Michael Bunch did a great job, got to that ball, Bruce, and had the throw been good, I believe the out would have been recorded, or it would have been close.
Right, it was a close play. You very seldom see somebody sliding in the first, but she slid in the first base right there.
Now at the plate is Josh Hutchison. And Josh is the rover, the outfielder, right fielder, I should say. Here's a ground ball to Bree Coe. Oh, he bobbled it and can't make the tag. He made the tag, but but he dropped the ball. It was knocked out by Lindsey Williams. Hutchison reaches on an error. Scoring from third base for the Orioles is going to be Casey Calhoun. And now it's a 5-2 lead for the Cubs as the number 6 hitter, Jeremiah Bird, the left fielder, steps up to the plate. Bird hops it foul on the right side, and he'll have 6 more opportunities. So both teams, Bruce, have made a few errors. Now the Cubs have made only 1, but the Orioles have hit the ball hard.
Yes, they have. They've hit the ball very hard.
Here's the next pitch. It's a little bit low, and he'll have 5 more chances right here. Runners at first and second for the Orioles. They trail the Cubs 5-2. Bottom of the first inning, Coach Pitch Championship on WCLU. Next pitch, a little bit low. Mr. Hutchison, or Mr. Bird, I should say, wants it up just a little bit, and he'll have an opportunity right here. Right-handed hitter. Dave Caudill, head coach of the Orioles. Here's the pitch, a little bit low, or at least Bird wanted a little bit higher. Although, pretty good pitch. He's got 3 more chances.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad pitch right there.
Here's the next delivery for Bird. Hop up. That ball is going to drop as the shortstop will make the play at second base. Good play by the shortstop, Robert Miller. As both Crow, the second baseman, and Bunch, the pitcher went for it. It fell between them and the infielder, Bruce. The third to back up was Miller, and he tags out Josh Hutchison. On first, because of the fielder's choice, is Bird. And moving on to third is Williams. We've seen a lot of in-betweeners hit in the infield, haven't we?
Yes, we have. They're right there in that no man's land. Can't anybody get to them.
Here's a big left-handed stick. Mr. Nick Woodcock. He's the rover for this ball club, for the Orioles. Rover on the infield, but plays between first and second. He's still got 5 more pitches to hit that ball, and he's a left-handed stick. Runners on the quarters. Here's a pitch. Tap foul at the plate. 5-2 right now. The Cubs leading the Orioles right now. Runners at first and third for the Orioles. Scottell's ready to pitch. Here's a delivery. Ground ball. Slow roller. Third baseman Travis Stone has it. His throw to Bree Crow in time to get the runner at second base. 1 run scores for the Orioles, and Lindsey Williams crosses the plate. Safe on the fielder's choice is Nick Woodcock. And let's see who was forced out at second. Was that Bird? Jeremiah Bird.
Jeremiah Bird.
Now here's Rick Driver, and you said he can really smoke that ball. Let's see what he does.
Line drives up the middle.
He takes a big cut. Oh, he hit a sharp one, Bruce, but a nice stop by the shortstop. And a beautiful throw from Miller to Crow. And I mean, you talk about Miller playing a deep shortstop. He did for Mr. Driver. And Robert did a great job. Safe at the first on the fielder's choice is Rick Driver as Zach Morrow comes to the plate. Rick's the first baseman, Zach the center fielder. Left center fielder for the Orioles.
That's a big-time play right there by Robert Miller. I tell you, he backed up and picked that ball up and made a super throw.
Bruce, you really have to have a good shortstop, second base combination in this league, don't you?
Well, that, you know, you'll find that in any baseball.
Right, but
you got to be tough up the middle.
Here's Morrow. Next pitch, ground ball. Third baseman Travis Stone has it. He'll fire to Mr. Crow, makes the stretch, had a good catch by Bree Crow at second. Nice play by Travis Stone. Driver's forced out at second. Safe on the fielder's choice is Morrow. Justin Brisky, a shortstop for the Orioles, a number 10 hitter, as the Cubs lead Bruce by a score of 5-3. Orioles down to the final 2 hitters of this inning.
Well, you know, they had a few balls there hitting no man's land. They scored, and the big bats had come up from the Orioles, and the shortstop and third baseman made 2 big plays there, and whether their strong bats have hit into those fielders' choice.
Bresky steps up, swings, and he'll have 6 more opportunities. Missed that one. 5-3, the Cubs leading the Orioles here in the bottom of the first inning. Play 3 and coach pitch. Bresky, high pop-up on the infield. Miller is there, and he's got the grab for another out. Nice job, and he called off the other infielders. Good job by Robert, at shortstop. Now they're down to their final hitter, Brian Caudell. Well, Brian's got a lot of power.
Jim, the best they can do right here, though, is score 2 runs and tie the ball game with Brian Caudell coming up, because they just have a runner on first, and so the best they could do is tie it right here.
We'll see what happens, Bruce. Caudell's the pitcher, and he is the last batter. So the Cubs, of course, will have to toss the ball to Miss McCracken at home plate, and she'll have to step on it. The Orioles will try to score twice before that. 5-3, Cubs with the lead. Caudell, he swung at a high pitch. He'll have 5 more opportunities. Bruce, there's a good crowd. We've got folks about halfway around the outfield lined up here enjoying this championship action.
Well, and the bleachers are full on both sides.
Here's the third pitch coming up to Brian Caudell. Makes a big cut, but found it out of play. In fact, it hit the top of the Orioles dugout on the third base side. But he's got 4 more pitches to hit right here.
You know, Jim, I think he realizes they have 1 base runner and they're down 2 runs, and you know, he looks like he's overswinging right now a little bit. He's trying to hit the ball.
Well, he wants to drive it to the outfield,
right,
to at least get that 4th run across the plate.
To get it to the outfield, but he's just overswinging just a little right here.
He's a right-handed hitter, good-looking athlete. He pops it up, but Robert Miller's there, makes a grab in the air, but he's going to have to toss it home. He does so to the pitcher, Michael Bunch. He'll toss it to Mandy McCracken, and she'll grab it and step on the bag. And the Cubs with some big defensive plays here in the bottom of the first inning. Bruce, what about the numbers for the Orioles as they score 3 times here in the last of the first inning?
3 runs on 3 hits. They left 1 on base, and the Cubs commit 1 error.
So after 1 inning, it's 5-3, the Cubs leading the Orioles. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Regardless of the size.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
WCLU now, Bruce, we reverse the order, and who's up for the Cubs here in the second inning?
Robert Miller, the shortstop, will lead off for him, and like you say, he made 2 big plays right there to end that inning.
Now, let's see what Miller does right here, and Miller so far has reached on an error. He was the last batter back in the first inning, and he'll step up to the plate. Miller takes a pitch a little bit high from Follis Crow, and Miller will have 6 more pitches right here. You get 7 pitches, 7 chances to hit. Miller takes a big cut, fly ball into shallow center field. It's going to drop as the second baseman John Guides makes a great effort, and he'll race Mr. Miller back to first base. Guides did everything he could, went back, but couldn't quite catch it, and Bree Crow will step up to the plate.
First time up, Bree hit a ball between the shortstop and third base for a hit.
So here we go as Crow looking to get a base hit right here. First pitch is a little bit high. He'll have 6 more opportunities. Cubs leading the Orioles 5-3. As Crow pops it up on the infield. The pitcher is there to make the grab, and a nice play by Brian Caudell for the out. That's a big out for the Orioles. Crow's a good hitter, is Kelly Ray Matney. It's number 3 in this inning. The first baseman popped out to shortstop the first time up, a left-handed hitter. Let's see what Crow delivers right here. It's Matney, ground ball, Cardell. A dead ball is ruled right there. Dead ball is ruled by, as he hit a ground ball to the pitcher, but apparently a bat. Oh, he threw the bat. All right, so you're not allowed to do that. So does he get another opportunity? All right, the bat's got to stay inside the circle. So he is automatically ruled out, and the runner cannot advance, Bruce. So Matney is ruled out because the bat went out of the circle, and now Mandy McCracken, who got a base hit her first time, will be at the plate. So a break right there for the Orioles.
A big break right there. Well, that probably was going to be a fielder's choice, and he would have been out, and they still would have had a runner on first. So I mean, you know, even though he did throw it out, I don't believe it hurt the Cubs really, because Caldell had made the play on the ball and was going to go to second base for the fielder's choice.
Here's McCracken, little looper. That's going to fall. The second baseman, no good play. Can he get the double play? Nope. Toss a little bit high for driver to catch. But a great job by the second baseman for the Orioles, John Guides. He went behind the back a little bit on a looper. Bruce stepped on it and almost turned 2 that time.
Yeah, that's the advantage here. I guess having that extra player, that second baseman, you know, plays in behind the bag. You got that rover between first and second. He can cover that middle a lot better.
Now at the plate, Whitney DeVore, who reached on an error her first time, rips it foul down the third base line. Well, she'll have 6 more opportunities right here, Whitney DeVore. A rover for the Cubs. They lead the Orioles 5-3 in the second inning. Here's another pop-up on the left side. Casey Calhoun gave it a great chase just behind third base, but it's foul. And staying alive is DeVore, the number 5 hitter. We're in the second inning. It's 5-3. The Cubs with the lead. They've got a runner at first. Ground ball. Calhoun's got it at third. Up. Booted it just a little bit. The shortstop backed her up, Justin Brisky, but the throw was not in time. So runner safe at first and second. And now at the plate is going to be Tasha Glass, who reached on an error.
Well, she hit the ball down the third baseline a while ago, and it was booted, and she reached on an error.
So here comes Glass with runners at first and second for the Cubs. Makes a big cut. Misses, though, and she'll have 6 more opportunities right here. Cassie Elliott will follow her in the Cubs order right here. Glass can't make a connection on the second pitch, and she'll have 5 more opportunities. And right now, the Cubs are looking to increase their lead.
Yes, they are. You know, they've got 2 base runners on, and the ball's popped back to the pitcher.
Cardell makes the grab and threw it away, trying to get the double play, fired it to Guides, but it caromed off his glove, and runners at second and third. Here's another throw that's going to be too high from Guides, intended it for Cardell. McCracken will score, and moving on to third for the Cubs will be Whitney DeVore. McCracken scored, DeVore at third. And Glass, of course, pops out, and here's Cassie Elliott. Reached on an error her first time, and she's a left fielder. Big error for the Orioles.
Yes, it was, and it let that other runner advance to third, so more than likely, you know, they're going to at least get 1 more run out of this.
So, Bruce, the first run of this inning scores on an error.
Right, you know, it's a tough play right there, but it lets a run score, and that fielder's choice right there, sacrifice, scores another run.
Guides on a line shot that almost took Follis Crow's head off that time. Did you see Follis? Well, he moved quickly that time. Well, it was ripped back to Guides. He fired to Rick Driver for the out, but scoring on that hard hit ball is going to be Whitney DeVore. Of course, out is Cassie Elliott, but she did her job. As Travis Stone, who reached on an error his first time, the third baseman, is at the plate. First pitch goes by the wayside, and he'll have 6 more to hit. 7-3, the Orioles trailing the Cubs. Here's a base hit by Travis Stone into left field. Zach Morrow will chase it down, and he'll make the relay throw to John Guides. Nice piece of hitting. We've seen a lot of hit balls up the middle today.
There's been some real good hitting tonight. You know, they put the bat on the ball well, and they've all driven it.
Now at the plate is Emily Bishop. Reached on a fielder's choice and later scored a run. An outfielder pops it up as Cardell will make the grab, but it was short in front of the pitching circle. He thought about going to second, but decided that he wouldn't have a play, and everybody is safe. Bishop with their first base hit of this game. Travis Stone safe at second. Runners at first and second for the Cubs. Here's Michael Bunch. The pitcher reached out a fielder's choice his first time. Pops it against the screen. He'll have 6 more chances. He's the next to the last batter for the Cubs here. In the second inning, they lead the Orioles 7-3. If the Cubs win, they're the champions for the 1994 Coach Pitch Tournament. There's a line shot that's going to fall in for a base hit, and that's going to roll to the right field fence. And at least one run's going to score for the Cubs. A single for Michael Bunch. Drives at a run. It's 8-3. Orioles trailing the Cubs. Now scoring is Travis Stone. Emily Bishop moves over to third. And boy, that was a nice piece of hitting to the right side.
That was a real hit right there, you know, and the right fielder made a good play on the ball to get it back in, because I thought maybe when it left the bat it was going to be a double.
Here's a last hitter who pops it up on the right side. Driver will let it roll foul. No, it's fair because it went past the first base bag in fair territory. Driver will make the throw to Williams. She'll step on the plate to record the final out, but a run does score for the Cubs. They lead 9-3 as Meek hit that ball, got a single to right field. Scoring that time was Emily Bishop, and 4 more runs for the Cubs. Second inning at the Little League Tournament, the Cubs leading the Rockies 5-0. The Cubs undefeated to this point in that tournament. I believe they've won 16 games in a row.
Well, Jim, the Cubs were able to score 4 runs on 5 hits. It left 2 on base, and there was 1 error, but that was a big error where that
started it.
Well, 2 errors. I take that back. There was 2 errors, but that 1 error, you know, got them going there, and they scored 1 run and advanced a runner to third to pick up 2 extra runs right there.
After 1 1/2 innings, it's the Cubs 9 and the Orioles 3. But back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
2 is quality.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
14-karat gold, WCLU, as the Orioles trailing the Cubs by a score of 9-3. And the Orioles will send Brian Cardell up to the plate. He popped out to the shortstop. He was the last counting batter in the first inning for the Orioles. And right now, the Orioles need to get some runs to get back in this game.
Yes, they do. You know, they need a big inning right here to try to get back in this ball game. But they will have that last bat.
Cardell takes a big rip, fouls it against the third base dugout. Almost got the on-deck batter, Justin Brisky, that time.
Yeah, Justin had to hop that foot pretty quick right there.
So 5 more opportunities for Cardell right here with the Cubs leading 9-3. Cubs undefeated so far in this tournament. There's another rip that is foul, and that time it was a little bit farther and almost got some of the fans on the left field side.
Well, that pitch was a little inside. He got it in on his fist. He got around on the ball real quick, and it was in on his fist, and he drove it down that third base line, but it was foul.
So Cardell, big right-handed hitter, rips another one, a long ball that is foul. Just a few feet in front of the fence. That's his 4th pitch, so he'll have 3 more.
He's hitting it hard. I mean, if they get the ball out over the plate, that one, he's getting around just a little bit quick. He could probably put the ball out of here.
So he's getting ready, and he'd like to put it out and make it a 5-run game. He rips one, and that's going to be a base hit into left field. Got past Calhoun. The left center fielder for the Cubs, Casey Meek, makes a nice relay throw that time to Bree Crow to hold him to a single.
Bree faked like he was going to throw it to the pitcher and looked him back. He's trying to get him to come at him. He was going to try to put a fake on him right there.
Here's shortstop Justin Brisky, who popped out to the shortstop his first time. Brisky takes a cut. Fly ball. That's going to back up Bree Crow. Can't make the catch in shallow center field. Rounding second and advancing to third is Cardell. And advancing to first, of course, with the base hit is Justin Brisky. Runners on the corners. And Crow goes deep into shallow center field to try to make the grab, but he didn't. And Justin hit that ball well.
Well, that ball, that was a little Texas leaguer there, and Bree Crow just about made an outstanding play on that ball.
Now Zach Morrow will step up. He's the number 3 hitter in this inning. And Zach plays left center field for the Orioles. They're off to a good start with runners on the corners. And their number 3 hitter at the plate in the second inning. They trail 9-3. Ball pops it up Calhoun is, or I should say, that is going to be Travis Stone. Travis is there and makes a grab for the Cubs. So the runners can't advance. And here's Rick Driver. Driver, a very big hitter, I think, in this inning.
Well, yes, he is. I mean, you know, and they want the ball on the ground to at least get that runner on third, you know, to score. They need a ground ball.
And Driver, boy, it's a shot. That's going to fall into center field for a base hit. Meek, the left center fielder, fires to Crow. Crow will toss it to the circle where the pitcher is. And at third is Brisky. At first is Driver. And Mr. Rick Driver drove that ball up the middle that time. An RBI single for him. Odell scores. And on the board in this inning, the Orioles, they trail the Cubs 9-4.
That was a long single right there, Jim. He drove that ball hard to deep center field, and they were able to hold him to a single on it.
Here's Nick Woodcock. Here's on a fielder's choice his first time. He loops one. Nice catch by the first baseman. Beautiful grab by Kelly Ray Matney. However, scoring for the Orioles on a nice base running effort is Brisky. Driver remains at first. That's good base running by Brisky, and a nice catch by Kelly Ray Matney, the Cubs' first baseman.
That was a super catch. That ball gets over his head. You know, they probably scored 2 runs off of that.
9-5. Here's a pop-up on the infield. And let's see, that ball is in fair territory. The pitcher, Michael Bunch, tries to fire to the first baseman. Matney can't handle it. Throw a little bit off the mark. Driver moves on to third. Safe at first is going to be Jeremiah Bird. Jeremiah didn't run for a minute after that ball was caught or was touched by Bunch in fair territory.
Well, it was probably going to go foul, and Bunch got on it quick, and he hit it before it went foul, and like you say, he was standing there.
Here's Josh Hutchison, hits a slow roller to the Rover, who fires to the first baseman, and a nice play by Whitney DeVore, fires to Kelly Ray Matney for the out, but because that ball was hit on the right side, Mr. Rick Driver scores. Good job by Josh Hutchison. And Hutchison, the Rover, or I should not say the Rover, but actually the right fielder for the Orioles, does this job. Drives a run in. It's 9-6. Runner at second base. Here's a foul tip by Lindsey Williams. She'll have 6 more chances. The runner at second is Jeremiah Bird. So the Orioles have scored 3 times so far here in the second inning. Next delivery, Williams takes a cut, can't quite get it, and she'll have 5 more chances right here. So the Orioles, Bruce, are battling back right here. They've still got 3 more hitters after Williams. She again taps it foul behind the plate, and she'll have 4 more chances right here. Bottom of the second, Cubs lead by a score of 9-6. Williams is a catcher for the Orioles. Williams, ground ball, nice catch by the pitcher. Here's the throw. Oh, it got away from the first baseman a little bit low, and Matney couldn't come up with it. Bunch's throw a little bit low, and scoring. Rounding third after he was at second base and scoring is Jeremiah Bird. So the error hurts right there. Hurts the Cubs. And the Orioles really battling back, Bruce, trailing 9-7. Casey Calhoun, who ripped one down the left field line, is at the plate. First pitch swings and misses, and Calhoun does a tying run, and still 2 more hitters after her.
Well, Jim, you know, we talked about in the top half of the inning right there, Caudill made an error there at pitcher, you know, that opened it up for 2 runs right there.
Here's a big play by Travis Stone, Bruce. That ball was hard hit by by Calhoun to Travis Stone, and Travis turned on a hard hit ball at third base and got the force out at second, fired to Bree Crow, and the forced out at second was Williams. Calhoun is safe at first on the fielder's choice.
But the ball a while ago that Michael Bunch wasn't able to get to, and then they had the error there at first base on the throw.
First baseman Matney drops it. Will he make the play? No, he does not. And he fires quickly, though, to the pitcher Bunch. And the ball got to the circle, and that's a big toss because that keeps the runner, Calhoun, at second base. And now Guides is probably going to have to hit it to the outfield to score a run. Had Calhoun been allowed to go to third, just probably a hit ball to the infield would score Calhoun.
Well, you know, it could have brought him within 1, and now he's going to have to probably get a ball, like I say, out of the infield.
Foul tipped it. And that ball was, Matney got a pretty good play on it that time at first, but Kelly Ray couldn't quite make the play, and safe on the air is Grinstead. She's at first. At second is Calhoun. John Guides is the last counting batter. Got a single his first time. There he pops it foul on the left side, and they'll have 5 more chances. So a critical situation for both teams right here.
Yes, it is. I mean, you know, the Orioles trying to take the lead right here, and the Cubs, you know, would like to stay on top.
9-7. Cubs with the lead. Guides takes the pitch a little bit high. He's got 4 more chances right here. One more inning after this unless we're tied. And then we've got the Lou Gehrig League Championship. That should be a big battle between the Royals and the Braves. Here's a ground ball hit to third baseman Stone. Stone will fire to the pitcher, who tosses to McCracken at the plate, and Calhoun could not score, and that could turn out to be a big defensive play right there.
Yes, it was. I mean, like you say, they hit it to third, and he was able to get it out and get it to the plate, and they held all three runners. You know, both innings now, they've had runners on base and haven't been able to get them to score off their last counting batter.
They give the Orioles a lot of credit. They trailed 9-3, and they struck back with 4 runs. And again, it's a 2-run deficit as we move to the third inning. And Bruce, what are the numbers for the Orioles in the home half of the second inning?
Well, the Orioles pick up 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave 3 runners on base, and Cubs commit 3 errors.
After 2 innings of this Coach Pitch Championship game on WCLU, the score, the Cubs 9 and the Orioles 7. Back at 1 minute on 14 Karat Gold Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Third inning, and Casey Meek will lead it off. Casey, an outfielder, has singled twice, 2 for 2. Hard hit ground ball, but a nice play by Brian Cardell. Tosses to Rick Driver for out number 1. And a big defensive play for the Orioles to start the third inning.
Yes, it was. You know, big play right there. That was a hard hit ball, and Brian Cardell was able to pick that ball up and made a good throw to first base to get the out.
Here's Michael Bunch, the pitcher, has reached on a fielder's choice, had a single. And here's Looper hit to the second baseman. And John Guides, great effort that time, but bobbled the ball momentarily. And Michael Bunch has good speed, and he reaches on the air as Emily Bishop, the number 3 hitter, is at the plate. Emily has singled and has also reached on a fielder's choice. 9-7, the Cubs leading the Orioles. What do you think about this game so far?
Well, it's been a well-played ball game. You know, we've had a few errors with the balls. A lot of balls have been hit hard, and you know, probably at this age, there's been an error or two maybe that I've scored that as hard as the ball was hit, maybe it should have been a hit, but I don't watch this enough to maybe score it like maybe some of the people do.
Bishop takes a swing, can't connect on the first pitch. She'll have 6 more. Here's the next delivery. Bishop, ground ball, first base side. Driver picks it up, steps on the bag, and then Rick quickly tosses it to Cardell in the circle. Driver made the only play he could, forces out a Bishop at first. Moving on to second base, though, is Bunch. Now Travis Stone. He has singled, and he's reached on an error. Number 4 hitter for the Cubs. Takes a big, well, he won't take the cut. It was a little bit inside, and he's got 6 more chances right here.
I wonder maybe if Forrest Crowe now, here in the third inning, maybe he's beginning to tire a little bit. It seems as though he's not putting the ball over the plate as well as he was.
We'll have to harass him about that. Well, you already have, I guess, Bruce, as the ball's popped up by Travis Stone. And a nice catch that time by Justin Brisky for an out. And remaining at second base is Michael Bunch. Here's Cassie Elliott. Cassie's reached on an error. And fielder's choice takes a big cut and misses, and she'll have 6 more chances. So far, the Orioles' defense has been solid.
It's been tough this inning. Like you say, they do have the 1 runner there on second base, but they've been tough the rest of the inning.
Elliott went after a high pitch, missed it, and she'll have 5 more chances to hit the baseball right here. Cubs leading the Orioles 9-7. Here's a pop-up. A nice grab by Guides just in front of the bag at second base. And there's an out. Now Tasha Glass will step up. She scored once. She's reached on an error, and she's popped out to the first baseman. So Glass steps up right here, and so far the Orioles doing a good job. Glass, slow roller, pitcher Cardell, quick throw, nice grab by Driver. Good stop by Driver. And moving on to third, though, good base running that time by Michael Bunch. That was a great scoop by Driver that time. All right. Now, runner at third for the Cubs. And here's a ground ball. Hit deep, it's short. Long throw is going to be too high. As Brisky's throw too high for Driver to handle. And scoring is Bunch, and reaching on the hit is Whitney DeVore. I don't believe Brisky would have gotten him anyway.
Well, it appeared that she was about to the base about the time the ball got there, and so, I mean, it was going to be a close play, and I gave her a hit right there.
Mandy McCracken. The Cubs leading the Orioles 10-7. McCracken is the number 8 hitter. The catcher is singled and has reached on a fielder's choice. McCracken takes a cut, pops up. Caudill's got it. No, he doesn't. He dropped it. Bresky picks it up. Let's see if Justin can make the throw to Gines. No, he can't. And DeVore moves on to second. And McCracken reaches on the air by the pitcher. Runners at first and second for the Cubs. And there are 2 outs. I'm not 2 outs, but actually there are 2 runners aboard. Runners at first and second. Here's a left-handed stick. It is going to be fouled down the third base line as Kelly Ray Matney tried to take it that way, Bruce, but fouled it out of play. And the runners at first and second.
Well, you know, that last error right there could loom big for the Orioles.
Here's a ground ball. Caudill's got it. He's going to try to take the play to third. The toss to Calhoun is in time to get the force at third. Big defensive play for the Orioles right there.
Yes, it was. Now, like you say, you know, with 2 batters left, they just have runners on first and second.
So Matney reaches on a fielder's choice. DeVore forced out at third. McCracken safe at second. Here's Bree Crow. Bree singled and is flied out. Hard hit ball to left field as a left fielder for the Orioles that time. And that is Jeremiah Bird, made the relay throw to Guides, took him off the bag a little bit, and scoring for the Cubs that time. The 11th run scored by Whitney DeVore or McCracken. McCracken scored that. Matney is safe at second. Safe at first is Bree Crow with the single, and now Robert Miller at the plate. Big situation, I think, for the Orioles right here. Big situation right here for the Orioles. I think they know they really need to stop the Cubs from scoring that next run.
Well, yes, they do. I mean,
this is the last counting batter.
Well, like you say, the Cubs have been able to hold them 3 runs each time, and they need, you know, they need a stopper right here because they're already 4 down.
Miller takes the first pitch. Now pops it up. Let's see if that will stay in fair play. The catcher does not grab it before it's fair. It rolls behind the plate, and that's a break right there. A break right there for the Cubs because Lindsey Williams almost got that ball, and that would have been what the Orioles ordered right there.
Well, that would have been a big play right there. She was able to keep that in fair territory and touch the base. The inning's over.
Miller gets another chance. Miller, I believe, has 5 more pitches to hit. Miller rips one to left field, and it goes past Jeremiah Bird in left field. 1 run will score for the Cubs. Here comes a relay throw to Candace Calhoun. Calhoun's throw not in time. The second run scores for the Cubs. And now the Cubs have a 13-7 lead, and another run scores as Caudill's little toss to Williams took her off the plate. She bobbled it, and it was a bang-bang play, and safe at home is the last counting batter, Miller. And that last sequence could be the difference in this game.
It very well could be. That was a big hit right there. And then Robert Miller had excellent speed, and he got around those bases. And like you say, the catcher wasn't able to control the ball right there. Lindsey Williams, it sort of rolled off her glove, and she reached for it. It pulled her foot off the base, and Robert Miller crossed.
14-7, the Cubs leading the Orioles. The Orioles will have to score 7 times to tie it and 8 times to win it. We'll be back with the bottom of the 3rd inning in 60 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Your hometown too, we're the best at what we do.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
The Orioles hoping to have a big 3rd inning right here. And Bruce, are going to have a big 3rd inning if they're going to tie or win this game. They trail the Cubs 14-7.
Well, the
and the first few hitters are very big for them.
Like I say, the Cubs picked up 5 runs on 3 hits, and they left nobody on base, and there was 2 errors. And that leaving nobody on base, those 3 runs right there may be the difference in this ball game.
14-7, the Cubs with the lead, and Josh Guides leads it off for the Orioles. John Guides. John has singled twice. He's 2 for 2. So he hopes to get the Orioles off to a good start. If the Cubs hold on, they will win the Coach Pitch Championship. Pitch a little bit low from Dave Caudill, and John Guides will have 5 more chances right here. And really a big sequence for the Cubs on that last batter. Guide swings at a pitch that's a little bit low. He'll have 4 more chances. Outstanding ball game here. We've got the Lou Gehrig Championship coming up after this between the Royals and the Braves. Guides takes a big cut, rips it foul. Boy, he hit that ball well. He really pasted the ball, Bruce, but hit it on the left side of that third base bag.
Just foul.
Yes,
that was a good shot right there by Mr. John Guides.
I've been impressed with some hard hits and the placement of some hits by these teams.
I've been impressed with these pitchers. Those balls, I don't see how they keep from racking trying to catch it. That would be hard for me.
Here's a pop-up on the left side. Stone will try to get it. It is going to be ruled fair on the right side of the third base bag before it rolled foul. And advancing with a single is, let's see if it's a single or a double. Guides is standing at second. Now the ball was tossed by Stone to the pitcher bunch. And apparently Guides did go halfway between first and second.
I believe that Coach Stone is asking for a ruling right there, to clarify
on the ball that was hit, right?
Right. I don't know whether the question was fair or foul or whether or not he was, halfway right here.
And there's still a discussion right there, and they're just talking it over. The Orioles got what they had to start. They got that leadoff man on.
Right.
And more importantly, Bruce, they got him. Well, now they say he's got to go back to first because he didn't reach the halfway mark.
Well, I didn't think he was quite there when the ball got back in the circle. Now that was probably a good call.
Now Natalie Grinstead, right fielder, has reached on an error and has reached on a fielder's choice. She'll be at the plate. Takes a cut and a nice hit that's going to fall into right field. Emily Bishop, quick throw. Nice throw by Bishop that time. Fired to Bree Crow and remaining at second as Guides. Grinstead at first, and that's also good coaching by the Orioles because you don't want to get one of those first runners thrown out.
No,
because you've got almost everybody's got to score.
Right. I mean, they're 7 down. They've only got, like you say, 11 batters, so they've got to have at least 7 to tie and 8 to win.
Here's Casey Calhoun, takes a big cut but misses, and Casey's done a solid job. Ripped a base hit down the left field line the first time and got on a fielder's choice the last time up. That time she missed. She'll have 6 more chances to hit that ball. Takes a big cut, pulled it foul. Well, I mean, she hit that ball well. Almost got the concession stand here at Kiwanis Field, Gorda Park. Well, it's a beautiful afternoon, isn't it, Bruce?
Yes, it is.
Baseball.
We've had a nice day today.
So Casey will get another chance right here. Runners at first and second. Cubs leading the Orioles 14-7 for this Coach Pitch Championship on 14 Karat Gold WCLU. The Orioles down to their final bat. Calhoun takes a cut and misses. And she'll have, I believe, 4 more chances.
That was right. That was her third pitch.
Looks like Calhoun really likes to pull that ball.
Yes, she does. Well, she gets around you on the ball quick. But, these Orioles, all their players have hit the ball hard. The Cubs play very good defense.
They sure do. Calhoun foul tip. And she'll have 3 more chances to hit the ball. If the Cubs win, we'll have player interviews and coaches immediately following this game. Then we'll take about a 25-minute break and get ready for the Lou Gehrig Championship. Here's a foul tip against the screen in front of us. And Casey's got 2 more chances. Now, if she fouls that 7th pitch, she still has a chance to hit the ball. If she continues to foul it all night, she can stand up there.
And if she continues to foul it all night, we'll be here all night.
Yeah, we'll be here all night. So Casey's got 2 more chances. Coach Cardell talking to her. And this is a big batter. They're all big for the Orioles, but with 2 runners on and Casey a good stick, big batter right here.
Well, and I think that the players probably realize this, and even at the age they are, there's quite a bit of pressure on them, and they're pressing a little bit. They're trying to get that big hit because they know every runner's going to count this time, being 7 runs down.
Calhoun gets some instructions from Coach Cardell, and now he's ready to deliver the 6th pitch to Casey, the third baseman. Cardell ready to toss it. Here it is to Calhoun. A little bit high. Calhoun misses it, and now she's down to her last pitch. She's got to make some kind of connection. She wants to put it into play naturally, but she's got to hit it to at least remain alive.
Well, do you come with a curveball right here, or you stick with your fastball?
I think he wants her to come with a big hit. Cardell tosses it to Calhoun. Here's a pop-up. That is going to be foul on the left side of the third base. If that ball had just hit a little bit farther behind the base or had hit the base, it would have been fair.
Right, it lacked a foot, but she stayed alive, though, there on her 7th pitch.
But Travis Stone did a good job of really letting that ball bounce foul. He didn't lunge for it, and that might have been an error. Here's another pop-up on the left side, and again, just about the same place. It's foul in front of the third base dugout. So this is a 9th pitch that Casey Calhoun has gotten.
Well, you know, Travis Stone right there, he can afford to let that ball drop because, you know, it is going to be a force play there at third base, and he can let that ball drop and still probably have time to, you know, get the fielder's choice right there at third base.
Calhoun, she swings and misses, and she's out. Didn't quite touch that one. So
it's a tough out right there for the Orioles. I mean, because like you say, that puts them down to where it's you know, I hope the players don't realize it, but it puts a little more pressure.
And Dave said that was my fault. He said my pitch was a little bit high, and he told her that, and I think that's really good of him to say that.
Right, but I mean, you know, it puts a little more pressure.
And, you know, it's not easy for these coaches to make perfect pitches every time by any means. It's real tough. Now, here's Lindsey Williams. She missed the first one and the second one, and she's got to find more opportunities right here. Runners at the first and second for the Orioles. Williams is a number 4 hitter. Williams tapped it foul behind the plate, and she's got 4 more opportunities right here. Cubs leading the Orioles 14-7. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Coach Pitch Championship on 14 Carat to go. WCLU, Jim Moody and Bruce Trabue here at Kiwanis Field at Gordon Park. Williams swings and misses on the next pitch, and she's down to her 5th pitch right here. She's got 3 more chances to hit it. I think the Cubs have made some big defensive plays, and especially, again, I can't stress the significance of that last sequence in the top of this inning. Here's a slow roller as Bree Crow will tag the runner out at second. Quick throw to Matney at first is a little bit high, and 1 run will score for the Orioles on the high throw. And that ball actually went over the fence, and advancing to second base on the high throw is going to be Lindsey Williams. Scoring, I believe, will be John Guides, and the Orioles right now trail 14-8. And Josh Hutchison at the plate. Here's a slow roller that is going to be foul down the third base line. Boy, that ball was almost on the line, but is ruled foul. You know, that was a good throw that time, though.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. That was a very good play.
Didn't Bunch come off the pitcher's mound and get that?
Yes, he did. You know, he got that.
He tossed a strike. That really may be a break for Josh Hutchison that time, number 5 hitter. It's reached on an error, and fielder's choice swings and misses. They'll have 5 more chances right here. Cubs leading 14-8. Already 4 batters have come to the plate for the Orioles, and they've scored 1 run. So that leaves how many batters, Bruce?
Well, this is the batter number 5. But
so they've got, what, 6 more after this?
Six more batters after this.
Here's a pop-up that is going to be foul on the third base side. So Hutchison will have another opportunity right here.
They do have a runner on second base, and they've got six batters, you know,
and they trail by 6.
Right.
Hutchison wants to put it into play, pops it up. It is going to be caught, though, by Bunch for the out. So the Cubs making the big defensive plays, and now the Orioles down to the point that everybody's going to have to score, I think, to win the game. And everybody but one is going to have to score to tie the game.
Right. It's, you know, a lot of pressure right now.
Here's Jeremiah Bird. He's reached on a fielder's choice and an error. 14-8. The Cubs are leading the Orioles. And Bird takes the first pitch from Cardell and lines it foul down the first base line. Hit it well, but hit it foul on the right side. Really a big crowd here, Bruce. I mean, a big crowd. Here's a slow roller to Bunch at the pitcher's mound. He'll make the play to Matney. Oh, it got past him and rolls to the fence in right field. 1 run will score for the Orioles, and it's 14-9. The Orioles staying alive right here as Williams scores, and reach it on the error is Bird. Now Nick Woodcock, the number 7 hitter at the plate. He's reached on an error and a fielder's choice.
And like you say, I mean, that was a big error right there, because it keeps the Orioles' hopes alive.
14-9, the Cubs with the lead over the Orioles, and Woodcock steps up to the plate. Woodcock watches the first pitch miss inside. They'll have 6 more opportunities right here. David Cardell ready to pitch to Woodcock. Woodcock takes a big swing and hits one to right field that's going to fall for a base hit. Emily Bishop makes a relay throw to Bunch. Actually, it's caught by the shortstop. And scoring for the Orioles. Nice base running that time. And scoring is going to be Jeremiah Bird. Moving on to second base is Woodcock. Good base running by the Orioles, and Woodcock at second, and the Orioles aren't done as Rick Driver steps up to the plate. So they have the potential to score 5 runs.
They can score 5 runs and win this ball game, like you say. And Driver hits the ball hard. So I mean, this could come down to the last counting batter.
No doubt about it.
Big ball game.
All right, here's a pitch. There's a line shot, Bruce. It's going to be fall in for a base hit. And 1 run is going to score, it looks like, for the Orioles. Driver is going to be safe at second base. Now he's going to try to advance to third, and he will. Scoring is going to be Woodcock. Driver safe at third, and it's 14-11 to see ripped one up the middle.
That was a big hit right there. I mean, like you say, but he took a chance going to second. The ball was a little under the second baseman's glove. He gets out right there, and that really hurts him.
Jack Morrow hits a ground ball to Stone. Stone bobbles it. His throw will not be in time. Driver scores, and the Orioles have cut it to a 2-run game. They trail 14-12. Morrow is safe at first base. Justin Brisky is the batter, and then Brian Caudell. It's coming down to the wire, Bruce.
And both of these batters have hit home runs. So I mean, like you say, it's coming down. It's going to come down.
I think what the Orioles want, Bruce, they want 2 balls hit to the outfield, and what the Cubs want to do is just make good defensive plays. Brisky hits a high pop-up on the left side. The ball is going to be caught. Great defensive play by Robert Miller. Now the throw is going to be high for Matney as they try to double off the runner. And advancing to second base is going to be Morrow. That was a big defensive play by Robert Miller.
Right, yes it was. And really the throw to first, I mean, he didn't have to make it, but that runner advancing to second, that run does not beat them. Now the best that the Orioles are looking to do right now is tie the ball game.
A home run would do that. Caudell wants to hit it deep and try to make the defense
that's exactly right.
And throw it away.
He has to keep from popping it up.
Cutter at second, and they're down to the last counting hitter. 14-12, Bruce. You can't set up a more exciting scenario right here on 14 Karat Gold.
Well, all the marbles are right here. We're looking either the Cubs are the champs or we have an extra inning ball game.
That's right. Well, Caudell will step up right here. Time is called. Yes, Pop wants to talk to Son right here.
Well, I'm sure that he realized, he knows his son, and there's a lot of pressure on the young man right there. And, I'm sure Dad's telling him, just put the ball in play. Make sure you put the ball in play and hit it, and then do the best you can do. Don't try to hit it out, and don't pop it up. You overswing, you pop it up, and with the infield that the Cubs have, they could catch a fly ball and the ball game be over.
Now, from the Cubs' perspective, Bruce, on a ball, let's say the ball is hit hard to the outfield, they don't want to get rattled. They still have that 2-run lead. And
right.
They just want to make the good throws and get that last out before Caudell could score.
Well, that's right. The important thing here, the outfielder needs to pick it up, get a good throw in to a relay person where they can throw it to the pitcher and the pitcher can get it to the catcher. But they don't want to throw the ball and let it get loose in the infield and start rolling around.
Caudell right here. The chance to get a big hit. 14-12, the Cubs leading the Orioles. Caudell swings at a pitch and fouls it. And that pitch was a little bit inside that time. He went after it.
Well,
went for that home run cut, but it was too inside.
He swung at those, inside balls before, and he's just overswinging just a little.
All right. He's ready to take the cut right here. Here's a pitch to him. There's a rip that is going to be foul. Out of play, and he hit that ball hard, but he pulled it foul to the concession stand.
It was in on his fist again, and he gets around quick on the ball.
Yes, he does. He sure does. But he's got good wrist.
On that inside pitch, though, as fast as he gets around, he tends to jerk it foul.
WCLU Glasgow, Kentucky. Jim Moody and Bruce DeVue with the Coach Pitch Championship at 7:03. Caudell ready to take another swipe at it right here. 14-12, Orioles trailing the Cubs for this Coach Pitch Championship. Orioles down to their final batter. Caudell, another fly ball, but it's foul. Again, out of play on the left side. So let's see now how many pitches Caudell is down to. He's got 3 more. 3 more opportunities for him. Caudell will step up to the plate right here. Let's see what Caudell does. He concentrates. Here's a pitch to Caudell. There's a rip that is going to be fair down the left field line. Essie Elliott plays it. One run is going to score for the Orioles. Here comes a relay throw. Now Bunch will roll it. Bunch will send the ball to McCracken as Cardell got to third, and this game is over, and the Cubs win the Coach Pitch Championship 14-13. But Bruce Tribune, what an outstanding game, an outstanding comeback by the Orioles, some big defensive plays by both teams, some big hits by both teams, and this was a whale of a game.
We couldn't have had a better ball game.
You work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
What's breakfast economics?
Good food at a good price.
Come on, economics is complicated.
Come into McDonald's and you get a quick course on it. Don't have to study at all. We'll teach you. Big food, little price.
This could be my favorite subject.
Breakfast economics.
So what you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Yeah, but prices and participation may vary.
Get coupons for the whole family worth $5 off adult admission and $2 off kids admission to Opryland. Now through July 14th while supplies last at participating McDonald's. See coupon for details.
14 karat gold. 14 karat gold, WCLU. I'm going to, Bruce, let you look at the stats, and we'll take care of that.
Well, like you say, very exciting ball game right here. In the last inning, the Orioles pick up 6 runs, one shy to tying the ball game on 5 hits. They left one player on base, and there was one error committed by the Cubs. That's the Orioles, I'm sorry. For the game, the Orioles score 13 runs on 12 hits. They left 5 people on, and the Cubs commit 5 errors. For the Cubs, they score 14 runs on 11 hits. They leave 5 on base, and there were 8 errors committed by the Orioles tonight. Very big ball game tonight. It was a well-played ball game. Like you say, a lot of intensity out there, and Brian Caldwell comes up in a pressure-packed situation and hits the ball hard down the left field line, and the Cubs make a super play on getting the ball back in and getting it home to get the final out. And we'll be back right after this 60-second break.
You know, when you're going out to buy building materials, experience really counts. And
let's talk with members of the Cubs team. Let's get Coach Kevin Stone over here. Let's get Coach Stone, and then we'll get his players in just a moment. Coach Stone, congratulations. What an exciting game. Came down to the very last batter. You won 14-13. Your thoughts on this victory and winning the championship?
Well, we played hard. The Orioles played hard enough to win, but we had one run more when we got finished, so that's all that matters.
What did you think the differences in the game were as far as, you made some big defensive plays up the middle, I thought.
During the tournament, we changed our defense because everybody was hitting the ball harder, and that defense, we didn't lose the game. I mean, it was proof that our defense won the game. Everybody can hit, but you got to play defense.
What about your hitting? Big sequence in the 3rd inning when your last batter, Mr. Miller, scored, and you scored 3 runs on that sequence.
We had a lucky break there. We needed that run. It was very important. It was a good play. He didn't give up. A lot of times the last counting batter will stop halfway around, but he didn't give up, and that was the important run right there.
Let's bring your assistant coaches over here and talk to them for just a moment. Bring Shorty, and let's bring Follis over here. I've got to ask Follis a question right here. We made a comment. Follis, I want to know, all great Major League, I want you to get it on TV right here, Follis. All great Major League pitchers tire, late in the game. We want to know, did you begin to tire there in the 3rd inning?
Well, I was tired at the 1st inning, but if we'd have needed another couple innings, I'd have sure been there. I guarantee you that.
Follis, what are you trying to do when you pitch to the kids? Do you know their strike zone, their hitting zone, that you're trying to get it, or are you just trying to throw it down the middle?
No, well, depends on where you want them to hit it, for one thing. Right. But much like the larger leagues where you don't want them to hit it. But no, after a few games and in many games and practices, you learn where people are going to hit it and where they need to have the ball thrown. And getting it there is the hard part.
Well, you went down on one line shot up the middle there in the 2nd inning. I like that. That's a quick move, Follis.
You learn that, too. Either catch it or get out of the way. And Cassie Elliott is one to hit that ball, and she's hit me more than anybody else this year out here. So I'm usually ready for her when she swings the bat.
Great game. Both teams are winners, aren't they?
Thank you. Yes, they are. The whole league's a winner. They all played hard, and it's a pretty even league this year. Had a lot of good players. All right, let's talk with Coach Matney. Congratulations, Follis. Thank you, sir. Bring Coach Matney over here. Boy, this was a big game, wasn't it? Two good teams. The biggest. We've had a rough ride, 5th seed all the way through, and come out on top like this is just wonderful.
great group of kids. Everybody we played was just great sports. It's just been a wonderful tournament for everybody.
A lot of upsets in this tournament, weren't there?
Several. We was a part of the majority of them, I think. There was 2 or 3 early, and all 4 seeds, of course, got upset the first round. And that really made everything a predicament for everybody. And then just luckily we just played our hearts out, and good defense and smart kids, and just everything worked out great for us. It was just wonderful.
All right, thank you, sir. Now let's bring each player up here. Let's have you turn around where you can get in the camera shot. Let's move over just a little bit right here. Okay, now tell me your name.
Travis.
What's your last name, Travis?
Stone.
And how old are you, Travis?
6.
Now, what position do you play?
3rd.
Now, what do you enjoy most about playing? You like playing defense? You like hitting or what?
Hitting.
Okay, good job, Travis. Now let's bring our next cub up here. Let's get you to turn around so everybody can see you. What's your name?
Emily.
What's your last name, Emily?
Bishop.
How old are you?
8.
And what position you play?
Right field.
What do you enjoy most about playing, Emily?
Defense.
Okay, good job. Now, let's see who we've got next. What's your name?
Whitney.
What's your last name, Whitney?
DeVore.
And how old are you?
8.
8, okay. What position do you play, Whitney?
Cover.
Okay, what do you enjoy most about playing?
Defense.
You like defense, okay. You all did a good job. All right, get you to turn around. What's your name?
Tasha.
What's your last name, Tasha?
Glass.
And how old are you?
7.
And tell me what position you play, Tasha.
Center field.
And what do you enjoy most about playing?
Defense.
Okay, good job. You all did a good job on defense. All right. What's your name? Let's turn around so everybody can see you. What's your name?
Mandy McCracken.
How old are you, Mandy?
7.
And tell me what position you play for the Cubs.
Catcher.
And what do you enjoy most about playing?
Defense.
You like making that final out? Catching that ball?
Yes.
Okay, good job. All right. Let's get this Cub turn around. Tell us your name.
Cassie Elliott.
How old are you, Cassie?
8.
And tell me what position you play.
Left field.
And tell me what you enjoy most about playing.
Defense.
All right, good job, Cassie. All right, let's talk to this young man. What's your name, sir? Okay, Robert, come get right close to me. No, get on this side where you were. Now turn around where they can see you. What's your name now?
Robert Miller.
What position you play, Robert?
Shortstop.
And how old are you?
8.
Tell me how it felt to score that last run there in the 3rd inning when you hit that ball. Feel pretty good?
Yeah.
What do you enjoy most about playing?
Defense.
Okay, good job, Robert. All right, what's your name, sir?
Bree Crow.
And how old are you?
8.
And Bray, what position do you play?
Second base.
All right, what do you enjoy most about playing?
Hitting the ball.
You like hitting. Good job, Bree. All right. Let's see who we've got here. What's your name, sir?
Casey Meek.
And how old are you, Casey?
8.
And tell me what position you play.
Center field.
Casey, what do you enjoy most about playing? You like hitting the ball or catching it or what?
Catching it.
Okay, good job. Now, we've got a couple more to talk to. What's your name?
Michael Bunt.
And how old are you, Michael?
7.
Tell me what position you play.
Pitcher.
Okay, Michael, what do you enjoy most about playing?
Batting.
Like batting. Good job. All right, let's talk to this young man. What's your name?
Kelly.
What's your last name, Kelly?
Matney.
And how old are you, Kelly?
I'm 8.
And what position do you play?
First base.
You like digging those low throws, Kelly?
No, I like it
when it's easy to catch?
No, I like it winning it 2 years in a row.
Oh, okay. Oh, you won it too. Who'd you win it with last year?
Brewers.
All right. What do you enjoy most about playing? You like catching it or hitting it or what?
I like hitting it.
Okay, good job, Kelly. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Cubs. Have we missed anybody? Have we talked to everybody? Is there anybody else you want me to talk to? Come here, Coach Stone, real quick, and then David, get the Orioles here, because well, now I know this. What's your name?
My name's Karen Matney, and I'm the proud mother of the first baseman.
Oh, I tell you what.
And the proud substitute mother of the rest of the 10.
All right, now, parents do a good job. You have a lot of practices, you've got a lot of games, and, a lot of commitment goes into this.
We have the best parents down here. There are a lot of good parents. We were just fortunate enough to have 11 sets that thought like we did, and we cannot thank them enough.
Hey, thanks a lot. Congratulations on winning the championship. All right, now let's bring the Orioles, and let's get Coach Cottle up here first and talk with him. What an outstanding team he has. No losers tonight as far as I'm concerned. Both teams were winners. Came down to the last hitter. You've made it very exciting. I was really impressed with the way your team came back.
That's the way they've been all year. They've never given up. I knew the 7 runs was a big deficit going in 3rd, but the kids didn't quit. They kept hitting, and they gave a real fine effort.
What did you think the differences in the game was?
Well, I think the ball just didn't bounce our way today. I mean, we had a good tournament. The Cubs have had, congratulations to the Cubs. They've had a fine year and a fine tournament, and they have a fine group of parents too. And you know, losing to this is just a fine competition. It was a close game, and I'm proud to be involved in it.
I thought they made some big defensive plays on you when you hit the ball hard, and they, especially up the middle, I thought they made some big defensive plays that really helped them.
Yes, it did. I think Travis Stone, who played third today, we hit some real shots at him, and Robert Miller playing short, we hit some real shots at him also, and he made the plays. And so when the plays needed to be made, they made them. And again, my hat's off to them.
No, you're proud of your team. After dropping your first game, you came all the way to get to the championship out of the loser's bracket. And folks, that's no easy chore.
No, that's right. I think this was our 7th game in the tournament, and we lost the first one and won 5 in a row, and we were down to this one. And but again, I'm proud of all the kids and the parents on the team.
Let me get your assistant coaches and talk with them briefly. David, tell me who your assistant coaches are, and thank your parents. And tell me about your assistant coaches and the parents, and they've done a great job.
First off, Lisa Calhoun, for the last 2 years, she's been my assistant coach, and she's done a fabulous job. She works really hard with the kids, and what I like about Lisa is she works equally hard with every kid on the team. We don't work with just a select few. I mean, she works with every kid on the team equally hard, and she does a fine job, and without her, we wouldn't be where we are now.
Lisa's you've got another team you're watching in the older day. How do the Calhouns have any other time than out at the ball field or down at the football field or at the basketball gym, Lisa?
About all we do is eat, sleep, wash some clothes, and go to the next ball game. But we love it. If we didn't, we wouldn't be here. We love the kids. We love sports.
Good ball game. Could have gone either way. One-run game.
I couldn't be prouder of our kids. I told the kids a few minutes ago, they had their heads down, and I told them, I said, guys, this was a great game, and last night they played 2 super games. Those were championship games. I just loved it. It was so exciting. I didn't sleep much last night. I told them I replayed everything in it. It was wonderful. This is great. I really, really enjoy them.
Thanks, Lisa. Really appreciate it. David, is there anybody else you want to mention as far as who've helped you?
Yes. First off, I'd like to mention Pam Guys has been a big help to us the last couple of years. She's pitched pretty much solid for the last couple of years until the last few games, and she coached third base. And I'd like to thank her. I also like to thank Lisa's husband Marvin and her son Casey also have been a big help this year to us. Also, Vivian Woodcock has been responsible for lining the kids up, and that alone is probably the toughest job on the team. Just keeping these kids lined up in order to bat. And again, Vivian Woodcock, my hat's off to her. She's done a fine job for us.
All right, let's talk with your players right here, and then we will wrap it up and get ready for the Lou Gehrig Championship. Tell us your name.
Josh.
What's your last name, Josh?
Hutcherson.
And what position do you play?
Right field.
How old are you, Josh?
6.
And tell me what you enjoy most. You like hitting the ball or catching it or what?
Hitting the ball.
Okay, Josh, good job. All right, what's your name?
Natalie Grinstead.
How old are you, Natalie?
8.
And tell me what position you play.
Right field.
Okay, Natalie, what do you enjoy most about playing?
Defense.
Okay, good job. Now, what's your name?
Jeremiah Bird.
How old are you, Jeremiah?
7.
And tell me what position you play.
Left field.
Okay, and what do you enjoy most about playing?
Hitting.
Okay, good job. What's your name?
Zach Morrow.
How old are you, Zach?
7.
Tell me what position you play.
Center field.
And what do you enjoy most about playing?
Batting.
Okay, good job. All right, what's your name?
Nick.
What's your last name, Nick?
Woodcock.
And how old are you, Nick?
7.
And what position do you play?
21st and 2nd.
And what do you enjoy most about playing?
Hitting.
Okay, good job. All right, here's a young man hit that ball real well today. What's your name, sir?
Rick Driver.
How old are you, Rick?
8.
And what position do you play?
First base.
All right, what do you enjoy most about playing?
Defense.
Okay, good job. Now, what's your name?
Brian.
What's your last name, Brian?
Cardell.
And Brian, tell me what position you play.
Pitcher.
And how old are you, Brian?
8.
Now, what do you enjoy most about playing?
Hitting.
Okay, you do a good job. Thank you, Brian. What's your name?
John Gads.
How old are you, John?
8.
And tell me what position you play.
Second base.
You did a good job. What do you enjoy most about playing, John?
Hitting.
Okay, good job. All right, what's your name?
Lindsey Williams.
How old are you, Lindsay?
6.
And tell me what position you play.
Catcher.
Okay, what do you enjoy most about playing? You like hitting it or catching it or what?
Batting.
Okay, good job, Lindsay. All right, what's your name?
Candace Calhoun.
And how old are you, Candace?
8.
And tell me what position you play.
Third base.
What do you enjoy most about playing?
Hitting.
Okay, good job, Candace. All right, that's going to wrap up our broadcast for the Coach Pitch Championship. We're approaching 7:15, so what we're going to do now is take about a 25-minute break. And we're going to come on the air at 7. Well, we'll be coming on the air a little bit before 7:45, but we hope to get the Lou Gehrig game underway about 7:45. That's about 27 minutes from right now. Again, the finals from the Coach Pitch Championship. The Cubs win it by a score of 14-13 over the Orioles. And Bruce and I will be back, and David Mercer and many others, with the broadcast of the Lou Gehrig League Championship game between the Royals and the Braves. With Bruce Tribune for just a few minutes, Jim Moody saying so long, everybody.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.